Hi everyone, welcome. Hi FG, how are you? I am doing a members only readings today, so if anybody's watching, if you want a reading, you do have to become a member. You can ask any questions you want. You're good? That's good. I'm glad you're good. I'm going to switch the screens. We can do some readings. Eight Ball says no. I don't know what you asked Eight Ball, but hi Alice, how are you? Welcome. Yes, FG, if you want to go first, since you seem to be here first. I don't know how many times you can ask a question. Depends how long I'm here. Generally, I'm here for an hour since we only have 5 members. The more members we get, it may be a little bit less for now. Moonbeam says you guys can join to see who goes first, I guess. Awesome. So, for FG, I was going to read my own name. I'll ask you, Tamsy. Should I have my ex-roommate... Okay, should I give my ex-roommate my old car? Nice. Should FG give their roommate or ex-roommate their old car? Should FG give their ex-roommate their old car? Should FG give their ex-roommate their car? Yes, it's Sunday. I was saying that last week on my lives because I can't do it tomorrow. So I'm doing members only tonight. Sorry if I messed anybody up. I tried to say it. I should have probably put a post in the community page, but I didn't think of it. I hope you didn't have too much of a heart attack, Miss Moonlight. Should FG give their ex-roommate their old car? 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 Well, I don't know if the cards are agreeing with the 8 ball or not, but you do have the 4 of Pentacles. So I do feel the sense of like you thinking about it first, even though the 4 of Pentacles is a yes card and it is in the light. I don't know if it's just about you being a little possessive and just wanting to keep it for yourself, or if it's just a matter of contemplating and thinking about it a little bit more. There is a Page of Swords in the light. So I do feel like whatever it is more about what you think rather than how you're feeling when you're making this decision with the card. I just feel with the Page of Swords too, it's kind of like maybe learn more about the ex-roommate if they really need the car, or I don't know, I just feel like there's something regarding learning something to make that decision. For the Ace of Cups of the Dark, I do feel like there might be some repressed feelings or some emptiness with giving away your old car, the Hangman. I think his potential of holding on or hanging on to the car, or changing your perspective on who you're going to give it to, or if you decide to sell it, or whatever the case may be. You buy a new car? That's awesome. She needs a car, but she has no license or money. Oh man. To get it registered. Ah. Yeah, she'd probably have to get a license first, right? I don't know. I suppose you can own a car without driving a car. I don't know. Miss Moonlight wants to know what kind of car it is. You thought you slept through Sunday for a minute? I'm glad you didn't sleep through Sunday. It's still Sunday. A 4Runner? Cool. That's a nice car. Yeah. Do you have another question, FG? Or do you want more details? Or... Okay, you can join the list again if you want another reading or another question. Alice! Will Mike help me get a job at Google? Ooh, for Alice. Will Mike help Alice get a job at Google? Will Mike help Alice get a job at Google? Will Mike help Alice get a job at Google? Will Mike help Alice get a job at Google? Will Mike help Alice get a job at Google? Man, they're all in the dark. Will Mike help Alice get a job at Google? Not quite sure why they're all in the dark, but we'll see what we got here. You do have the 9 of Pentacles in the dark. So I do feel the sense of Mike may be quiet about it, and I'm not sure what the reasoning behind that would be. I just feel like their guards are up a little bit. I'm not quite sure what that is about either. I feel like they're also been busy with other things, so I don't know if things have been delayed or if they did something to help you get the job but then like kind of forgot about it and got distracted or busy just because the 9 of Pentacles is in the dark. The moon is also in the dark, but we can clarify the moonology cards. Since it is a new moon, I did post a video for all the signs with the new moon readings since I wasn't doing a full live for the moon tonight. Miss Moonlight wants a job at Google. I feel like you'd be really good at it, Miss Moonlight, because you're really good with YouTube and stuff. Moonbeam says Google's been cutting back and stuff. Huh. He seems upset? Oh, okay. Yeah, because I just feel like he's guarded. Like he's just, I don't know. Yeah. The moon. The moon, you know, moon's in the dark, so it could be deceiving you about that opportunity or what was going on with that. There is the Emperor in the dark, so I do feel like he wasn't like confident in it, you know. The moon is in the dark. I mean, the Emperor being in the dark, it's like they didn't have that control, you know. It was out of their control, or they just weren't confident enough with making that decision, or yeah, the Seven of Swords in the dark too. So I don't know if they were just overthinking the whole thing, or they found out something that was out of their control as well. Like maybe they were not hiring someone. I don't know. We can see what the moon says. What is the moon telling Alice? What is the moon telling Alice? Hold your vision. Hold that vision. Don't give up on that thought yet. Hi, Diamond. How are you? It says, hold your vision. Yes, say the word a lot and see how it feels. A personal or professional relationship will be a long lasting. So there is a possibility that you may get something at Google or something like it, because it does say a personal or professional relationship will be a long lasting one. But it also says avoid stagnation. So I feel like it's more about you putting action, maybe you doing something to like hand in your resume or whatever it is you need to do to Google yourself, and not avoid waiting around to see what's what, or like another opportunity that would be similar to that. It says someone may need to back down, so I don't know if it's like Mike needing to back down towards you, and are you backing down from Mike and just doing things on your own? Was he fired from Google? I don't know. Let's see. Was Mike fired from Google? 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 The Three of Cups in the Dark? Possibly, because the Three of Cups in the Dark can represent like some sort of breakup or something, some disappointments. Yeah, I don't know. It could be just some gossiping about something too. I don't know. But that is what I got. How can we clarify? He said he left Google, but is planning to go back in a few years. Okay. Did Mike leave Google? Did Mike leave Google on their own? Did Mike leave Google on their own? The Eight of Pentacles is in the dark. I feel like they did, because Eight of Pentacles in the dark is like self-developing. Like maybe they got a better offer or a better deal than Google. Google has like one manager for like hundreds of people. My son has a Google manager and she has like hundreds of people. Like my son's not the only one. So they don't have like a lot, like a manager for like only like 10 people like in a company. So it's kind of like different in that way. And now they have a lot of YouTubers. Like if you're a YouTuber, there's a lot of things that Google will let you do for them, kind of thing. Like teach other YouTubers what to do and stuff like that, rather than hiring someone specifically for a specific job, kind of thing. Yeah. Right, yeah. The Eight of Pentacles says that he took time off to do some self-development, so maybe he had to learn something. I don't know if he took a class or something, or whatever that is for them. Yeah. I will do Diamond, then we can go back to your question, Alice, if you have more questions. Ellen is weird. Or Elon is weird, yes. I know my son is a YouTube gamer, and all the YouTube gamers are not liking the that Elon Musk put their Cybertruck into Fortnite. That's like a big thing with the gamers. The gamers are all making fun of it. So Epic Games had to modify the Elon Musk Cybertruck to include the broken window from that bullet from that commercial Elon Musk made. Too funny. Miss Moonlight wants lots of babies? Are they baby kittens? Or puppies? Miss Moonlight says Elon is not weird. A commercial where no, Elon Musk did a commercial where he had someone shoot his Cybertruck with a gun to prove that it was bulletproof, but the gun broke the window. So that's a big joke in the gaming community because now the truck is in it. So now, like I said, they had to modify the Cybertruck in the Fortnite game to include the broken window because, I don't know. All I know is that the gamers that do Fortnite don't like Elon Musk. I don't know. Or they don't like the Cybertruck. I don't know. Same with the baseball. Oh, okay, I didn't see that. I just saw the shooting thing. Yeah. Diamond, will hubby's car last a few years more, and will we have funds for a new one when it's time to replace it? Okay, so will hubby's car last a few more years? Will Diamond's hubby's car last a few more years? Will Diamond's hubby's car last a few more years? Will Diamond's hubby car last a few more years? I'm so weird. I know. I try to be normal. The more I try to be normal, the weirder I look, I think sometimes. I don't know. Oh well. Will Diamond hubby have the funds for the new one when it's time to replace it? Will Diamond's hubby have the funds to replace it? Ooh, the Knight of Wands is in the light, so that is some good success. So I feel like they will last a few more years. I don't know how many more. But the Knight of Wands is like, resilience. So I feel like the card has resilience. The card can function under pressure, apparently. The Knight of Wands working under pressure. So, yeah, so that is looking good. There is a High Priestess in the dark. I mean, it's in the dark, so it's possible that you will have the funds for a new one because the High Priestess is in the dark, but, it is a yes card. Oh, is there another question you want to ask, Diamond? We are hilarious. That's good. Oh no, F you, Nightbot. What did Nightbot do now? I am unique and intriguing? Nightbot is mean today? Oh no. Will there be a lot more repairs in the meantime? Will there be a lot more repairs to Diamond's hubby's car? Will there be a lot more repairs for Diamond hubby's car? Will there be a lot more repairs for Diamond hubby's car? The Knight of Cups. I don't know why I didn't say the Knight of Pentacles, but Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, they are both yes cards, so I guess there will be more repairs. Knight of Cups could be like, making sure that you're loving the car a little bit more, like making sure that you're keeping everything up to date and good, and whatever you need to do to maintain the car, that extra care and attention. I'm hoping not. Oh man. Will the repairs be minor? Will the repairs be minor for Diamond's hubby's car. I wanted to say Diamond and hubby at the same time. So it's coming out as Debbie. The Wheel of Fortune. So luck and destiny is on your side. So I do feel like the repairs will be minor. With the Wheel of Fortune, maybe you'll be able to repair, but let's just see. Will the repairs be affordable? Will the repairs be affordable for Diamond and our hubby? The Empress. The Empress is also a yes card, and it's in the light, so... Doobie, yes. Diamond and hubby to mix together. Making up words now. You got a Lincoln? Nice. It's badass. I bet. Nightbot didn't get enough sleep. Yeah, Miss Moonlight's way more magical than 8%. Diamond says they have an old Lexus. Miss Moonlight has a Chevy. In a passion fruit color? Cool. Is slightly bigger than a shoebox. Alice, will my ex Josh help me get a job at Google? Will Alice's ex Josh help Alice get a job at Google? Will Alice's ex Josh help Alice get a job at Google? Will Alice's ex Josh help Alice get a job at Google? Ooh, the Fool, possibly. But the Fool is a neutral card. It's not really a yes or a no, but it is like a new beginning, a new opportunity, a new journey kind of thing. So possibly. Is there any more information about the ex-Josh helping Alice get a job at Google? Ten of Swords in the dark. Ten of Swords in the dark. I feel maybe if some things come up, or if there's any sort of changes or something, that things are improving. I don't know if it depends, like if things are improving at Google, or if things are improving between you and Josh. I don't know. There is the King of Pentacles, so the King of Pentacles is also like a job opportunity or promotion or something like that. So I do feel like you're going to be getting some sort of job offer or something, either from Josh helping you or on your own. Yeah, the Three of Wands, so I do feel like it's more about you doing some future planning. Because the Three of Wands in the dark is like not really putting a lot of focus into looking to the future and the future outcome of whatever goals you're trying to achieve right now. Kind of like playing it small and that sort of thing. A clown car? Must be cute. Emily wants a tiny little clown car. Too funny. Oh, and how will the conversation go? How will Alice's conversation go with her ex Josh? How will Alice's conversation go? We'll use the other cards and see. How will the conversation with Alice's ex Josh? How will the conversation go with Alice and her ex Josh? This one wanted to come right out, and I think it tried to turn itself around. The Page of Wands. I feel like you will have that conversation. How will the conversation go with the ex-Josh? How will Alice's conversation go with the ex-Josh? This one try to come around too. How will the conversation with Josh go with Alice? For the Page of Wands, so I do feel like, with the Page of Wands, there will be some conversation. It's in the light, so I feel like it would be like a good conversation. But they may have some new ideas. The Page of Wands is also like big ideas. So Josh may have another idea or something else they can do. I feel like Josh might be able to boost her confidence a little bit as well. The Wheel of Fortune is in the dark, so I'm not quite sure if the Google thing is like not the right timing for you, or why the Wheel of Fortune would be in the dark. We can clarify, I guess. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in the dark? But you also have the Empress in the dark too, so it could be like, I don't know if it's about having a low confidence, but there's strength, so it's kind of confusing. So I don't know if the Empress, because the Empress in the dark could also be about you like not being independent, like you relying on someone else as well to make this manifest. These last two cards, this is the Wheel of Fortune in the dark and the Empress. Let's clarify, why is the Wheel of Fortune in the dark? Why is the Wheel of Fortune in the dark? The Hierophant. I feel like there's still more things you need to learn about what you're trying to manifest right now, Making sure that you are listening to your intuition, being realistic, and all that sort of thing. Yeah. It seems like the conversation itself will go well, though. Josh may have some big ideas on what you can do. Moonbeam is asking what kind of job you're looking for at Google. Miss Moonlight. You read a little? You really like the Light Shears deck? Yeah, and Cosmic Tarot. Awesome. I've been looking at decks too. I noticed that there's new decks that I haven't seen on Amazon. I've been looking at those. There's so many. For the week ahead, for Miss Moonlight. What does Miss Moonlight need to know for the week ahead? What does Miss Moonlight need to know for the week ahead? What does Miss Moonlight need to know for the week ahead? What does Miss Moonlight need to know for the week ahead? You have a new deck called Luna Somina? Cool. What does Miss Moonlight need to know for the week ahead? What does Miss Moonlight need to know for the week ahead? Something's gonna happen. I feel like maybe this Page of Wands will want something. With this Devil card right here. Four of Wands. If the opportunity comes up, you never know, right? Have that joy, that celebration, that date night. Page of Wands. The hot, fiery, passionate energy with some new ideas. Maybe wanting to get a little creative. The Devil. And then the Emperor. wanting to take charge. Maybe they'll want more. I don't know. Let's just see what exactly is going on for Miss Moonlight. With the Four of Wands, I do feel that there's a sense of like joy, satisfaction. Life will be great in the week ahead. The Page of Wands, maybe getting some good news or hearing from someone you haven't heard from in a while. That may spark some inspiration or creativity. The Devil may be indulging in some materialistic things, maybe some more decks, I don't know. For the Emperor, being able to take charge of your path and making those right decisions. Me? I know, right? I only wanted one deck, and now I want to make more decks, but I haven't really finished any of the decks that I've started making. I need to finish them before making more, but I keep starting to make more without finishing. Well, there's one deck I did finish. I just need to write the book for it, and that's a slow process. Is there anything you want me to clarify on Miss Moonlight about your week ahead? Moonbeam needs a faster video card? Yeah, that too. To work on my decks? Diamond, general for me and my life in the next few months. I am working on moving forward. Nice. For Diamond, what advice can we get for Diamond and her life in the next few months? What's going on with Diamond and her life in the next few months? What's going on with Diamond and her life in the next few months? What's going on with Diamond and her life in the next few months? What's going on with Diamond and her life in the next few months? You get some advice for Diamond. Ooh. So you do have the Knight of Wands in the dark, but you do have the Eight of Swords in light, huh? The Knight of Wands in the dark, I do feel this sense of like you playing it small with like some new ideas and embracing this new path or this new spiritual path that you're on moving forward. And you have the Eight of Swords though, so I don't know if it's just about you or if it's advice from the universe saying to like not restrict yourself or not limit yourself. You know, the Eight of Swords could be about limiting yourself or restricting yourself on purpose instead of like exploring these new ideas and exploring your spiritualness or whatever this path is that you're going forward with a more of an open mind or open mindset kind of thing. You do have the Four of Wands in the dark, so I feel like you're going to be achieving some small personal goals. It might not be something to celebrate, have a big party with, but I feel like it'll be something that will give you that sense of self-contentment for yourself. And that is really important. And you do have the High Priestess too. So like with the Eight of Swords suggesting that you may be embracing your spirituality a little bit more, the High Priestess I feel like is also backing that up. Like listen to your intuitive abilities. You know, if it feels right, it feels right. If it's not feeling right for you, then explore some other options without limiting yourself in that area. And then how is Diamond moving forward? How is Diamond moving forward? How is Diamond moving forward? Ooh, the Nine of Cups. Alright, so you are moving forward for sure. You know, the Nine of Cups, having that perfect success, like dreams are coming true for you. You also have the Page of Wands. Yeah, the Knight of Wands here now with the Page of Wands. Having those big ideas and being inspired and creative and ambitious. All that fun energy going through that adventure. The Fool is like a new journey, a new beginning, a new opportunity. And being a little bit more spontaneous, not restricting yourself by, whatever may be restricting you. You have the Knight of Swords too, so it's about like taking action and being ambitious, being progressive as well. Maybe taking some risk. The Fool and the Knight of Swords are both kind of like representing take a risk and try something that may be a little bit outside your comfort zone a little bit. You're working on doing more for me. Yeah, that's a good thing to do. Especially now that your kids are grown up. It's the perfect time to start working on you, Yeah. That's what I've got. You're welcome, Diamond. Alice, will I get a better corporate job than the one at Third Bridge before the end of the year? Okay, so will Alice get a better corporate job than the one at Third Bridge before the end of the year? Will Alice get a better corporate job than the one at Third Bridge before the end of the year? They're all in the dark. I don't know why they're all in the dark. Even when I try to turn them the other way, they still want it to come out in the dark. I just feel like with all the cards in the dark, I just feel like there's some negativity around that energy. So I'm not quite sure if it's you like self-doubting yourself, or the universe is like, what is wrong with Third Bridge? Why do you want something better? I don't know. I just feel this energy with the cards that are coming out here. Because you have the Queen of Swords, so it's like not being independent, not, relying on other people again. Because the Queen of Swords in light is like that strong and independent person who has a lot to say about everything, instead of like holding back a little bit. You have the Queen of Cups as well, so holding back on your emotions. And not really trusting yourself all that much, and losing faith in your intuition and not trusting that as well. You also have the King of Cups, so definitely like holding back on your emotions and what you truly feel and what you truly want, like in your heart, not just what you're thinking. The High Priestess is in the dark too, so I do feel like there's a lot of lack of trusting your intuition and like overthinking too much instead of like feeling what direction you really want to go into with the corporate job places and that sort of thing. Will this come through for Alice by the end of the year? Will this corporate job come for Alice by the end of the year? The Eight of Pentacles is in the dark. The Eight of Pentacles is the yes card, but it's in the dark, so maybe it all depends on how you self-develop yourself between now and the end of the year. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have any other questions? I find tarot is easier to learn when you start learning more about the zodiac signs. It seems to make more sense because each card represents a different zodiac sign. So if you know the zodiac sign's personalities, then it's easier to remember the cards because then you're only remembering 12 things instead of like 74 or whatever cards there is. It comes a little easier. You've been doing into astrology? Yeah, if you know astrology, then tarot will come a lot easier. For sure. I'm trying to get better at astrology. Like, I get all the horoscopes and stuff like that. Remembering all the planets. And it's like I want to stick to my Celtic beliefs, and it's really hard to do that when there's so many different things. Like, what the planets mean in, like, Egypt and all that sort of thing is not quite the same as what I'm following is different. So it's like trying to sort all that out is a little confusing. Well, astrology and tarot go hand in hand. So if you know tarot really well, you know astrology too. Because if you look at the meanings of each card, they do represent the zodiac sign that is associated with it. Diamond! Finances for hubby over the next few months. Diamond for finances for hubby for the next few months. So what's going on with Diamond's hubby's finances over the next few months? You don't have the patience. It's not that hard. It's really fun once you get into it, though. For Diamond, what is going on with Diamond's hubby's finances for the next few months? Moonbeam will tell you that I don't have patience. I want everything yesterday. Unless it's something that I'm doing, then it can wait. For Diamond, finances for Diamond's hubby. What is the energy around the finances for Diamond's hubby? What are the finances around Diamond's hubby? What are the finances around Diamond's hubby? It's not looking too bad, Diamond. I mean, you got the Magician, so your hubby can make magic happen. So that is a good energy. I do feel like he is determined. He's confident in whatever his finances is at right now. There is the Four of Swords in the dark, so I do feel like your hubby's going to be going through a phase of reviving their passions, and maybe that will show in their work, and maybe they'll pick up more in their business if if their spirits go up and they get that determination and that confidence boost, and start reviving their passions and take accountability for things, and will put more focus on a clear routine that works for them. I do feel like there is a lot of potential around the Ten of Cups, having that fulfillment, that contentment, being dedicated to their work, and having that commitment to their work and reviving their passions, is keeping that focus. For the Six of Wands, being in the dark, and I do feel there might be like a little bit more of a private achievement things. Maybe your hubby won't be overly expressing their feelings or overly expressing their new boost of energy. They may be keeping it to themselves. But I do feel like they are going to be going through a phase of like this inner happiness within themselves, or just that little spark within themselves. Yeah. I got into astrology when a girl I dated gave me my first astrology book. Then she broke my heart. Oh man. You wanted to know what she saw in you? Awesome. Sometimes the universe just puts people in your life for a reason. You gotta figure that out. You're welcome, Diamond. Many people don't add it in. No, it all depends. Like if you can learn the tarot without astrology, then that's great too. I personally find it's easier if you know astrology. Like if you know the zodiac signs. Like I don't know about the lion gates and all kinds of the other weird stuff people talk about. I don't know about any of that stuff. I just know the zodiac signs and the personalities and that sort of thing. I've always been obsessed with reading horoscopes since I was a kid. Yeah. It all depends like how you learn and what keeps your interest to learn. Like if you get bored, and I just find it so fascinating that people's personalities match their signs. I've always been like I don't know, impressed by that, I guess. It didn't start with it? Oh, okay. Diamond! Will he be at his current, for Diamond, will he be at his current location long term? Is it feasible and be a good financial? Okay, so will Diamond's hubby be in the current location long term? Will Diamond's hubby be at the current location long term? The Emperor in the Dark, I would say not long term, even though it is a yes card, just because it's in the dark. Is it feasible and good financially? So is the current location feasible? Is this Diamond's hubby's work location feasible? Three of Pentacles in the dark. Maybe it is a yes card, but again, it's in the dark. Is Diamond's hubby's current location good financially? Is Diamond's hubby's work location good financially? The Five of Cups is a no card. Not quite sure what that means. Let's see. Let's try this again. Let's try a different deck and see if we get the same cards come out again for you, Diamond. So let's just see here. So, will hubby's location be good long term? We're going to clarify on the Emperor. Is Diamond's hubby's work location good long term? Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a long term goal. So maybe that's not what the Emperor was saying. The Emperor is in the dark. So it could be like a little overprotective, a little dominating. Not quite sure what that means for your hubby though. Maybe a little bit. Maybe it will boost their confidence, and then that could potentially be good long term if it does that. Maybe that's what sparking that little fire in them earlier was about. For the Three of Cups, will the location be feasible long term for Diamond's hubby with the Three of Cups in the dark? The Judgment. The Judgment is in the dark. Judgment is like a neutral card, so it's not a yes or a no. Yeah. Let's see. For the five, so why is the location long term not good financially with the 5 of Cups. 6 of Cups in the dark. Maybe something to do with something from his past, or something from the company, whatever the location thing is past, I don't know. Yeah. I was gonna God about that. Oh, it's up and down seasonal. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Hi, Eliza. How are you? Everyone's here. Good. Do you have a question, Eliza? You're back and forth with Leonormad? Yeah, I need to spend time learning that. I just find it so hard to learn that because I can't get the tarot out of my brain. So that's really hard for me to change what I know. I keep going back and forth and trying to look at it and trying to learn it, but it's really hard to get the tarot out of my mind. I can't separate the two. I'll get it eventually. So we're Eliza. Oh, I guess Alice. Eliza, join the list and then I can do you after Alice. Will Alice get a job in a different department at my old company? Will Alice get a job at a different department in their old company within the next year? Okay, so will Eliza get a job at a different department in her old company? The Hermit is in the dark. The Hermit is a no card, generally. Let's see. Will Alice get a job in the old company within the next year? Will Alice get a job in the company within next year? The Page of Cups is a yes card. You know, and it's also Page of Cups does also represent good company, like you're having guests over or something. But it could be like maybe the people at that department will be good for you. Than they were when you were there before. What is the energy around Alice getting a job at their old company in a different department? The weekend does go by too fast. You have the 9 of Wands in the dark, the 4 of Wands in the dark. We have the Page of Wands in the light. So I do feel there will be good communication with your old job for sure. You know, the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. The Page of Cups, you know, there'll be a good emotional thing about it. I feel like they'll feel good about having you back. You also have the Page of Wands. Maybe you can spark some new creativity or new things about that as well. The Page of Wands having that new idea, that new boost of inspiration, the hot, fiery passion and energy that's trying to come through. Yeah, it is a long weekend for us. Eliza, financial read for this week. What's going on for Eliza financially this week? What's going on with Eliza financially this week? What's going on with Eliza financially this week? What is going on with Eliza? What is going on with Eliza? Financially, the Star. So I do feel like it's not really a good time this week to do any wishing upon a star kind of decisions, or hoping on a star, hoping for something or wishing for something this week regarding your finances. You do have the Nine of Pentacles though, so that is a really good card. You know, it does represent, like in this deck, the Nine of Pentacles represents that everything is wine and roses. So I do feel like that energy is gonna come for you as well. It also says to make sure to have high standards for yourself and use your powers or whatever to have that success. The Strength card is in the dark, so making sure that you're confident and you believe in yourself and trust the universe, or trust your abilities to make these decisions and being confident. You have the Knight of Pentacles, so I feel like work-wise is going to be great, you know? The Knight can also represent a potential raise or promotion or something like that. I'm not quite sure if that's going to happen for you, but it does represent that sort of boost in that area. I do feel, you know, the Knight of Pentacles can also represent, you know, working hard and being productive, but in a slow and steady pace as well. Being grounded and not too stubborn. So I feel like that's how the Knight is affecting the Strength card. You're welcome, Eliza. If you have another question, you can join the list again. Diamond, does a new location come along for Diamond's hubby? Does a new location come along for Diamond's hubby? Does a new location come along for Diamond's hubby? The Queen of Cups in the dark. The Queen of Cups itself is a yes card, you know, but it's also about trusting themselves. Like, the Queen of Cups is someone, like, they really need to focus on trusting themselves and not being so fearful, you know, and like expressing their emotions and that sort of thing. You know, the water signs, trusting their intuition is a big one. Let's see. Would this location be better for Diamond's hubby? Would this location be better for Diamond's hubby? Would this location be better for Diamond's hubby? The Four of Cups, I would say yes. It's definitely a yes card. It's also about gaining that motivation, self-discovery, and all that sort of thing. Doing some contemplating, some meditating, maybe connecting with their intuition a little bit to make it better. Will Diamond's hubby make the move? Will Diamond's hubby make the move? Will Diamond's hubby make the move? Five of Pentacles in the dark, probably not. I feel like they wouldn't trust the move. I don't know if your hubby's like one of those people that are like, don't like changes. Like, I don't like changes myself. Like, just kind of like resisting any sort of change because the Five of Pentacles. But you know, the Five of Pentacles can also represent hope being restored and like having faith again and things improving and that sort of thing as well. Makes sense? Okay. Eliza, what's the energy of P towards Eliza? What is 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 the energy of P towards Eliza? Oops, this one wanted to come out. Six of Swords. What is the energy of P towards Eliza? 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 Six of Swords. Six of Swords is in the dark. The Six of Swords, I just feel like there's kind of like P is kind of like stuck in the past. I'm not quite sure how that plays out for you, Eliza. You know, it's like not being able to let go or not being able to move past something. So I know something happened between the two of you in your past and they're still hung up on that. Because you also have the Magician in the dark, so they're not really confident in whatever that is between the two of you. The Hangman, I feel like they're still hanging around though. I feel like maybe they're, because the Hangman's in the dark, they're trying to change their perspective. Yeah. And I really feel like they're just kind of like waiting around to see how things go. For the Moon, you can see what the Moon says. You know, the Moon's in the dark. It could be about them struggling to face the truth about themselves or whatever the situation is. What does Mama Moon have to say about the Moon card for Eliza? What does Mama Moon have to say to Eliza regarding P? What does Eliza need to know about P? Nothing will come out of this situation. It does say the chances of something are diminishing. Is something better maybe around the corner? So maybe there's something someone who is better than P coming towards you. It says believe that you will get what you need. Take time out to meditate and contemplate. I feel like that is already what P is doing, but I don't know if you have done that as well. Eliza, how will my first round interview with Capital One go on Tuesday? So how will Alice's first round of interviews with Capital One go on Tuesday? How will Alice's first round of interviews go with Capital One on Tuesday? How will the first round of interviews go for Alice with Capital One on Tuesday? Why are they all in the dark? I don't know why the universe is fighting you, Alice. I'm not sure what this is about. The stars in the dark. I don't know if it's just about you not having faith in Capital One or if that is not really where you want to be. And the universe is picking that up. The Lovers is also in the dark, so I feel like you're going to be torn between two choices. So I feel like something's going to come out of it with the interview, because I feel like there will be something coming out of it. Maybe not what you want. So I just feel like with the Lovers, you can be torn between two different things, and like which one are you going to sacrifice? I feel like that will be what will cause the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, like trying to figure that out. The Five of Pentacles, being stuck in the past, but also kind of like hoping for something better to come out of it. It could also mean some positive changes could come out of it as well. So it could be a good card. As the Five of Pentacles, no matter which way it is, it could potentially be a good card. For the Five of Wands, there could be some competition, so I don't know if it's just about you passing the first round, and then for the second one, there'll be a lot more competition into getting that. So I do feel like with the Five of Wands, I'm making sure that you are, you're in peace with your alignment and that sort of thing, and you're not kind of like having that inner conflict or anything like that, or avoiding any inner conflicts, and just embrace those emotions and turn the star into the light and have some more faith and inspiration and believing in yourself kind of energy. So how will Alice's first rounds of interview with Capital One go on Tuesday overall? Four of Wands, so I feel like they'll probably tell you to sit back and wait, and they'll contact you. I feel like they won't give you an answer, but it could be a good sign though, right? Because the Four of Wands is like that celebration, so it's like, yay, I passed the first interview kind of energy is what I'm feeling. So that is good, right? California. Every time I hear California, my daughter watches that Jess Fam YouTuber who lives in California. Every time I think California, I just think of Jess Fam. I don't know if you guys know who she is. She's a mom vlogger thing with like 100 kids. I don't think she has that many. She has a lot of kids. I don't know. She has 7 kids, I think. I don't know. You're still not talking? Ah. FG! Is Linda playing mind games with me? Ooh, let's see. Is Linda playing mind games with FG? 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 From the cards I have here, I would say no, because I feel like with the Two of Cups, she is generally feeling connected with you. She does feel like there's some sort of connection between the two of you for sure. For sure, I feel like she's committed to you or loyal to you, whatever your relationship is between each other. The Three of Pentacles is in the dark, so I just feel the sense of, the Three of Cups is like working alone or wanting to be alone, and kind of like being frustrated with other people as well. So I'm not quite sure if that's why she's ghosting and pretending not to care, because I just feel like, it's just about them wanting to be alone. There is a Two of Wands, so I feel like, the Two of Cups and the Two of Wands, maybe it's just Linda is just kind of like taking time to contemplate on what decision she wants to make, The Two of Cups and the Two of Wands is about making that choice and decision about something. Two of Wands could be like trying to make decisions about their future and what that is going to look like for them. The Four of Cups is also suggesting that they are contemplating and meditating and trying to feel connected of what they're doing. And it could also be them either going through an adjustment period or a self-discovery period as well. Yeah, or trying to manifest something. But there is a lot of, I feel like Linda overall does care a lot about you with the Two of Cups here. Miss Moonlight asked if it was the girl who flew in. You want to ask why she's ghosting? Okay, why is Linda ghosting or pretending not to care for FG? Why is Linda ghosting or pretending not to care for FG? Five of Cups. Five of Cups could be just wanting that separation, feeling upset about something. I feel like they do know that the relationship between the two of you needs to be resolved, though. I feel like they do know that. They do feel that. There is a lot of emotions around it, for sure, having the Five of Cups. Linda wants to know who... I mean, Miss Moonlight wants to know who Linda is. She wants to know all the tea. Diamond. Will I ever need to do a side hustle, or will hubby's income from the business be enough? So will Diamond ever need to do a side hustle? Will Diamond ever need to do a side hustle? Will Diamond ever need to do a side hustle? Will Diamond ever need to do a side hustle? The Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is kind of like having that success, but at the same time having success just for your own self, your own pride, your own independence kind of thing, rather than doing it because, you know, any other reason. Let's see, will Diamond need to do this side hustle because her hubby, because of financial reasons? Oops. Will Diamond need to do this side hustle for financial reasons? Will Diamond need to do this side hustle for financial reasons? Three of Swords in the dark is a no card, so it wouldn't be for any financial reasons. Will Diamond's hubby's income be enough? Will Diamond's hubby income be enough? Will Diamond's hubby income be enough? Will Diamond's hubby income be enough? The Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, it'd be like it's hard to express that in feelings. I just feel the sense of maybe your hubby's like, the Knight of Cups could be someone who is not reliable, or, you know, yeah, untrusting or reliable. So maybe your hubby's income will not always be reliable. Not that it won't be enough, that it won't be reliable, and this may make you feel more self-secure kind of thing. The tarot reader? Is she the tarot reader who does those sex readings? I don't know. I don't know if it's her. I watch her sometimes. I think she's interesting, but I'm not brave enough to read the cards like her. There's a tarot reader on YouTube. She used to be like a sex worker of some sorts, a prostitute or something, but she does it on tarot. Like all of her cards are like sex related cards. I don't know, I thought about her because FG has said that he won't say her channel name. I don't know if you guys watched her or not, but I don't remember her name, but when she pops up, I watch her. It's interesting. You don't know that reader? Okay. She's interesting. Apparently she makes more money doing that than what she was doing, so I don't know. She's definitely different. You never heard of her? Oh man. I think I like to watch the tarot readers that other people don't watch. Like, I really like Tyler, because he's so honest. Like, he just tells people straight out, you know? He'll just say, like, you know, you have to clean your coochie once in a while. He'll just say things like that. I just think those tarot readers are hilarious, and they're so entertaining. But I'm not, like, that confident. Maybe one day I'll be that confident. I don't know. He annoys you? I just think he's hilarious because he's so straight up. I like Cancer moons too, but he's so sensitive and he's like very careful about what he says. But he's like a baby, so you have to watch him because, you know, he's like a baby. You just know me, Scott, and Hershey? Diamond's follow-up? I didn't see Diamond's follow-up. I don't see Diamond at all. I read the side hustle thing. Diamond, if you did a follow-up, I did not see that. Oh, now I see it. Any ideas what kind of side hustle it will be? We'll use this card for that, because this card is very good for that type of thing. For Diamond, so what will that side hustle be for Diamond? What will be a good side hustle for Diamond? What will be a good side hustle for Diamond? What will be a good side hustle for Diamond? The Page of Cups. What will be a good side hustle for Diamond? What will be a good side hustle for Diamond? Ooh. For this one, it does say, let yourself be continually surprised by this thing called life. And for the Page of Cups, you know, the Page of Cups is something that makes you emotionally satisfied, like something that will make your heart sing kind of thing, you know? I never know where to put the cards. I feel like the camera's a little different tonight. I don't know. For the Sun, something that gives you opportunity, something that keeps you inspired, something that makes you feel like you have fun doing it. It doesn't feel like work. The most important thing about doing a side hustle is doing something that you enjoy doing. I've always worked from home since my kids were born. I used to be a PSW, and I've done some PSW work in between things, but I've always worked from home because that's what makes me happy. So doing something that makes you happy makes you more, you know, make more money because you're like doing it kind of thing. Or more satisfying. I don't know. Just the Sun card brings up that energy. For the Knight of Pentacles, being in the dark, I do feel like it's kind of like, you know, slow but surely. So I feel like this side hustle will be like a slow moving thing. It wouldn't be something that you would, you know, get money like right away. For the Four of Pentacles, being in the dark, I feel like it is something that you need to think about. But this side hustle could also give you money to treat yourself to something nice every now and then. Also, having that extra shopping money, you know, extra money to go to the spa or something like that, you know, whatever the case may be. For what it could be, I don't know. I feel like it's something that would be inspiring. There is, she looks like a tarot reader here, trying to read her cards or trying to figure out what kind of bag to use for her cards. Kind of energy is what I'm feeling. The Knight of Pentacles in this deck always makes me think of I forgot his name now. I know where he says that life is like a box of chocolates. You never know which one you're gonna get. Kind of thing. I feel like that is just about trying different things out to, you know, what satisfies your heart. Maybe soap making, for sure. That is something you enjoy doing. I make soap sometimes. I'm trying to, like, I had a little shop in my house before from another side hustle that I did, but I'm trying to change it into a witchy vlogging room, so it's a work in progress. It's gonna happen. I might start those vlogs in September when things are a little bit less crazy. Just since last summer, this whole year has been crazy. We haven't stopped at all. As soon as we get over one thing, another thing happens like right after. That sounds so cool. You love my background? Yeah, I've been collecting stuff for my witch room. That's gonna be so fun. I've been collecting my spell jars and everything. I want to do like witchcraft, but with things you already have instead of buying things. So I've been like, every time we like buy maple syrup or something, I've been like washing out the bottles and keeping those. It'll be fun. What decks you liking? It's hard to see what's off. Oh, what decks are you liking? I don't know. I like a lot of decks. Not magic is free. I guess. Not magic. The knot things, yes. I have to learn that. I'm not really good at making knots. I need to practice on how to make those witch knots things. I can do the regular knots. For Alice, is Harris jealous and trying to get my attention? So is Harris jealous and trying to get Alice's attention? Let's see. Is Harris jealous and trying to get Alice's attention? Strength card is in the dark, so he's probably feeling a little weak. I don't know about jealousy, but he's definitely feeling weak around you. I'm not quite sure what that is about. Is Harris starting to have romantic feelings for Alice? Is Harris starting to have romantic feelings for Alice? Is Harris starting to have romantic feelings for Alice? Justice. Huh. Is Harris starting to have romantic feelings for Alice? Ace of Pentacles. He's starting something. Is Harris starting to have romantic feelings for Alice? Two of Swords. With the Two of Swords and the Justice, I feel like it's more about what Harris is thinking, not what they're feeling. So I don't feel like they have like any feelings. I don't feel like he's feeling jealous or feeling romantic towards you, but he is thinking. So I'm not quite sure if he thinks that if he's with you, you will make more money to support him, kind of thing. You know, like he's thinking of like what you can give him rather than how he feels towards you, if that makes any sense. With the Justice, you know, what is right, you know, for them. The Ace of Pentacles in the middle between them making choices, I do feel like it's about money and financial stability and wanting that contentment in that aspect. Yeah. There is a Two of Swords, so you know, it's like trying to make that difficult decision, kind of like being stuck in the middle. I don't know if Harris feels like they're stuck in the middle with like going towards you, Alice, and going towards the other person, you know, or someone else, kind of thing. Just kind of like trying to use their logic about it without being too obvious. And I feel like there's kind of that's kind of like why they're taking any actions towards you or anything. We could be just not confident enough to tell you what's really on their mind, or it could be weak with just wanting to have sex and nothing else either, with the Strength card being in the dark. Do you see will Harris contact Alice soon? Will Harris contact Alice soon? Well, whoops, all the cards want to come out. That's too many cards. That was the Ace of Swords I wanted to come out, but we'll see if it comes out again. Will Harris contact Alice? Will Harris contact Alice? What? Will Harris contact Alice? Will Harris contact Alice? Will Harris contact Alice? Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a yes card, and it is a long-term kind of thing. But I do feel like Seven of Pentacles also comes to long-term planning, long-term growth, but it's Pentacles card, so I feel like it's more about money and finances is heavy on Harris's mind when they do think about you or they think about any type of action towards you. So I'm not quite sure how that comes to play. I don't know if Harris generally has their own money and whether you're going to take their money or vice versa, where Harris thinks that you make more money than him, or you will. I don't know why the money cards keep coming out, but that's what I got, Alice. It's not really answering you, but contacting. I mean, the Seven of Pentacles is a yes card, so I feel like they probably will if they, if they gain their strength and their confidence to do so. I feel like they're still kind of contemplating that idea, trying to make that choice on how to do that. Yeah. What? I can just say what the cards say, so I don't know. You know Harris better than I do. Diamond. General reading for Diamond's son and his future plans once he is feeling better. So what are Diamond's son's future plans? 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 Five of Wands. Oh man, I feel like this does really represent your son, Diamond. I feel like your son's future plans right now, because this is kind of like the current energy, is about fighting that competition. So I don't know if it's like fighting the competition for dog walking or fighting the competition for that other thing that he does, that coaching or the other thing or whatever, or something else that involves having a competition. I feel like they're ready to fight for that, but there's a death card, so that's going to end. That's not going to end up well for them. They're going to go through a big profound change or big transformation, and I feel like that will give them a better outlook of what path he wants to go on to, and it will get clear out a direction for him to give him more confidence and feel more in control of their path. At the same time, depending on which he chooses, there is a tower, so it could either be building his tower up and like building that foundation, or there could be something that can completely tear that down. That just seems to be the energy where it's going right now, but we can clarify what is going on with the tower. What is the tower telling us about Diamond's son? What is the tower telling us about Diamond's son? What is the tower telling us about Diamond's son? The Two of Swords. He definitely has some choices and decisions to make where he needs to use his clarity. It's definitely going to be a difficult decision. I feel like there might be some things that he's in denial about. There may be some things that he's not really sharing with you either, because the Two of Swords can also represent some hidden information. It's also about him using his intuition and taking the blindfold off and actually see the options that he does have, the options or the opportunities that he can visually see and do. And this one also says compromise is needed, a stalemate in negotiation. So maybe something that he can negotiate may come up as well. The personal training, yeah, that's what I was thinking. The personal training. I was calling it the coaching thing, but the personal training thing, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if it's that, like, with a competition, or if it's something else, because Five of Wands is generally around competition. The Five of Wands is supposed to be a group of witches fighting to see which ones are more powerful, or which witch is the right witch, which one's more witchy and that kind of thing. So it's like fighting that competition and proving themselves, right? it doesn't say anything about him liking it. This is about him making that choices. You know, if he does fight the competition, I feel like it's not going to end well. It's going to end. But with that ending, he'll go through a big, profound change or transformation of some sorts that will turn him into the Emperor. The Emperor is someone who takes charge of their life, has a high level of confidence and self-awareness and that sort of thing. But if he chooses the wrong thing, the tower can either be built, like build up his foundation, or the tower can also be suddenly collapse and like be burnt down to nothing, right? But then when we clarified, you have the Two of Swords, so it's about making that difficult decision. Making that the difficult decision will be what happens with the tower, kind of thing. Yeah. So, like, it all depending on what he chooses and how he goes along with it. You know, if he doesn't fight the competition and comes out, you know, just doing something for himself without trying to compete with other people and just doing his own thing that makes him more unique than the other people, then that may take the death card away completely, right? And then he can just move on to being the Emperor and build his foundation. Yeah. It's a hard life. You're welcome, Diamond. I could do one more question before I leave. And thank you all for coming. I think I will be back. I don't know if I'll be back on Tuesday, but I will be back on Wednesday. Tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday I'm doing a funeral thing. So I have to help my aunt with that. So I'm not quite sure I'll be back on Tuesday, but I will be back on Wednesday for sure. I'll try to be back on Tuesday, but it all depends how all that stuff goes. And how much my aunt will need me, so. Good night, Miss Moonlight. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. For Alice, how does David see me and think feel McKay? Sir David. David is a new name. Is that a new person? We have a date on Sunday. Ooh, I'm gonna use the other ones for that. I'm gonna use these ones for that. Let's see. They're not new ones. Just ones I haven't used tonight. This is a Light Shears deck. For Alice, how does David think? Oop, nope. Do one question at a time. How does David see Alice? 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 The Hangman. I feel like you've changed his mind about something. I don't know. How does David think? Yeah. Do one question at a time. How does David think about Alice now that they've changed her perspective? Now that they see Alice, what does David think of Alice? The Three of Cups and Three of Swords, huh? Well, we'll clarify the Three of Swords. How does David feel about Alice? How does David feel about Alice? Let's see. How does David feel about Alice? How does David feel about Alice? How does David feel about Alice? The Five of Cups. Huh. I wonder if the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups is how David felt about you or thought about you before the Hangman. Because I feel like they've changed their mind about how they thought and felt about you. I feel like there's still things that David doesn't know about you that I do feel like they're curious about. So we're going to clarify on that. Let's just ask the cards again. How does David feel about Alice? How does David feel about Alice? How does David feel about Alice? Oops, there's too many cards there. How does David feel about Alice? How does David feel about Alice? Five of Swords. Four of Swords. You know, the fives it could be mostly about the fives rather than the elements. So fives is about changes and challenges. So maybe David does see you as a different light, and does see that, you know, you may bring them to some changes and challenges. Maybe change for them is challenging. You know, sometimes change can be challenging for some people, like myself. So I do feel like it's more about the fives rather than the elements, because you got Five of Swords and the Five of Cups. So fives in general is kind of like changes, challenges, rebuilding themselves, having some stresses or worry. Maybe they have those butterflies in their stomach too, meeting someone new, if this is like your first date on Sunday. They're Four of Swords, so I do feel like they're really thinking about it a lot. They're overthinking it a little bit. Maybe they put some things on pause just to try to figure out what is what with you. And like with the Hangman, you know, the Three of Cups, there's definitely some things that they need to figure out for themselves. I do feel like with the Three of Swords here that maybe David is protecting their heart a little bit, so maybe they wanting to get to know you slowly and not rush into anything either. How does David see Alice? 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 Oops. The Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands, he definitely wants to take action towards you. And then there was this one too that came out. So definitely wants to take action towards you. The Six of Cups, maybe you remind them of someone from their childhood, and that just, you know, warms their heart a little bit, you know, like a fluffy puppy, you know. So I do feel like there's things that they definitely want to learn about you. They want to take action towards you. I feel like, you know, they do realize that there's going to be some changes in their life if the date on Sunday works out well. I'm hoping that it does. But yeah. For a Queen card, something positive. You know, it doesn't always have to be the, you know, the Queen card doesn't always, like, it doesn't always have to be, doesn't always have to be negative just because it's not a high positive card. You know, the Eight of Wands is definitely a high positive card. So the Six of Cups is not really, like, it's kind of can go either way, depending what kind of nostalgia you bring up to them. It is in the light, so it's probably more of a good one, more of a happy memory or a happy feeling. The Eight of Wands could be that hot, fiery, passionate energy, you know, that they're attracted to you in that sense and wanting to have that romance. But I do feel like there's a lot of nervousness, a lot of stresses, you know, about meeting someone new or going on a date, especially if this is like your first date or something. Yeah. You're welcome, Alice. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone, tonight. Like I said, I will be back on Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, so keep an eye out to see if I'm back on Tuesday, but I'll definitely be back on Wednesday. Hope you all have a good week until Wednesday, or if I don't see you on Wednesday, then a good rest of the week. Oh, I have one more. Sorry, Diamond, I didn't know I had one more. I was reading Nightbot. Nightbot said I was closed. Let's for Diamond. Will he find something he likes whenever he chooses? So is that for your son? Will Diamond's son find something he likes whenever he chooses? We'll use these ones for Diamond. Will Diamond's son find something he likes whatever he chooses? Will Diamond's son find something he likes whatever he chooses? Oh my gosh, there's a lot of cards in the dark, so I don't know if this is just about him doubting the energy or doubting what people will think of his choices. There is the Ace of Cups, so I do feel there's something that your son doesn't want to start, but it's in the dark, so I don't know if it's about them like doubting this beginning. You know, the Ace of Cups, having some repressed feelings about it, feeling a little empty about it, and struggling to find time to make this beginning begin kind of energy. This one does say, do you feel that in her heart is potential, dear? So maybe he's not really realizing what his full potential is for the idea that he wants to begin. For the Three of Pentacles being in the dark, it could be about them rather wanting to work alone rather than with a lot of people, and just having that sense of independence, but like by themselves. And this one also says, what's the saying? Teamwork makes the spell work. So, you know, sometimes your son may need to have a bunch of people in order to make whatever this is to begin, but even though they may not want to, and kind of like just wanting to have that private achievement, just do it on their own. But I feel like it may come with some struggles. There is a Queen of Swords in the dark, so I feel the sense of your son wanting that independence, wanting to do something alone, but at the same time, needing other people to get it going. It seems to be the challenge. I don't know. It says, don't you dare lower your voice for anyone. So it's just about him speaking his mind, talking to people, trying to get things, you know. I kind of like thinking of the Dragon's Den. I don't know if you ever watched the Dragon's Den, where the investors are always say, you know, when I started my business, I went knocking on everybody's door and told them what I had to offer them. So I kind of like feeling that energy right now with your son, like going around, you know, talking to people and saying, you know, I want to be a personal trainer or whatever. This is what I have to offer, like word of mouth, and just like going around saying that kind of energy. But there is a Two of Wands in the dark, so I do feel the Two of Wands kind of like making that choice or decision about their future. But because in the dark, it's more about making those things for their own personal goals rather than like an outwardly thing, kind of. It says your decisions decide your future here and nothing else. So it all depends on what decisions your son makes, like kind of like the other reading before. What choices he makes will determine his future and where it's headed. But that is what I bought. Thanks for all the readings. Aww. You're welcome, Diamond. Sorry, there were many questions. That's okay, Diamond. But yeah, that's what I got. I don't know if Diamond's still here, but I'll see you all on Wednesday, if not Tuesday, like I said. FG, do you have a final question? Good night, everyone. I'll be back Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure yet. But thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you all so much. I'll see you all next time. Bye. Good night, Alice. Good night, everyone.